Okay, time to explore something that butchers my favourite book by my favourite author. Here are 19 reasons to watch the Dead Zone TV series. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dave Musson, at Dave Musson on Instagram, and this is the place where I talk to you about all things Stephen King. Do have a look in the description for links to my Stephen King quiz book, to my newsletter, my own fiction, some other stuff as well. But most of all, thank you for checking out this video. Really hope you appreciate it. We're on a bit of a run of deep cuts and Die Hard only videos here, so more than any other, I really do appreciate you checking this one out. Let's see how we get on, shall we? So as you know, we're covering the Dead Zone TV series, which ran from 2002 to 2007 across 6 seasons. Now, I will be honest with you. As I sit here recording this, I have only watched season 1. So I'm basing my list for this video on those 13 episodes. I will get round to watching the rest of them at some point, and maybe I'll document that for this channel. Might be fun watching me have my heart broken over the course of 80 episodes. But just for clarity, I'm covering season 1 mainly here. There's a couple of things I've picked up about other episodes that do get a mention, but it's essentially the first season, okay? Now, if you're worried about spoilers, don't be. I'm barely going to use any clips here anyway, but I'll have the usual spoiler alert in place so you can bail if you need to and skip to the outro. Now, if you're looking to track down this series, well, I got a bit confused, I'm not going to lie. It's seemingly not on streamers and is also on Pluto at the same time. Don't know, but it's very easy to find on DVD, should you wish to track down these 6 seasons and 80 episodes. I mean, I'll leave that up to you to decide. Anyway, let's get on with it, shall we? Then at least I can tick it off the list and move on with my life until I go back and watch them. Here are 19 reasons to watch the Dead Zone TV series. Let's go.
I had the perfect life until I was in a coma for 6 years. And then I woke up and found my fiance married to another man. My son doesn't know who I am. Everything has changed, including me. One touch and I can see things. Things that happened, things that will happen. You should see what I see.
So takeaway reason for this is actually a fair one. This is based on the 1979 novel The Dead Zone, which is a very episodic book. That should lend itself well to a series treatment, right? And this is a series treatment of it. So it allows us to explore some of the stories that get told across that larger story in more detail. That should work, right? Yeah. But as I've already mentioned, 80 episodes. Like, very quickly, instead of just focusing on what is a wonderful novel and telling that story with the amount of time it deserves, very quickly it becomes this sort of pseudo cop show with Johnny Smith as like this psychic helper for the cops, battling new adventures every single week. And I get it, that makes churnable TV, but it sucks, okay? Now, this did initially attract good numbers. The season premiere for the first episode, it got like 6.4 million viewers, which for the USA Network at the time was a record for a season premiere, but numbers steadily dwindled to the point where they cancelled season 7, even though things had ended on a cliffhanger because they were so worried about numbers continuing to drop. So the biggest red flag for me is that this is not billed as based on the novel by Stephen King. It's based on characters by Stephen King, which really, when you read between the lines, that means we are milking this IP as thinly as possible and seeing just how long we can get away with it for. Boo! Shame on you. Okay, the cast list is crazily long, but I'll pick out a couple of notes, starting with, of course, Anthony Michael Hall in the role of Johnny Smith. So yeah, in between having to join the Breakfast Club and ending up as a middle-aged man shouting, "Evil dies tonight," he took on the role of Johnny Smith. And yeah, no, he doesn't work for me. Too zany and not Christopher Walken-y enough for me. So Nicole DeBoer as Sarah is okay, I guess, but I struggled to buy the chemistry between them, which is a problem. We have Chris Bruno as Sheriff Walter Bannerman. Yeah, I'll get onto that name in a bit. He has no chemistry and is really dull. Likewise, the guy playing Greg Stilson, Sean Patrick Flannery, is just not scary at all. Like, it's Greg Stilson. He needs to be unhinged. So Kristen Dalton as the journalist and Johnny's love interest, Dana Bright, is also pretty awful and dull, despite me having more than a big crush on her. Yeah, not good. Look, I'm going to jump to spoilers at this point because I'm running out of things to say. I will wrap this part up by saying very frankly that no, it is not worth your time watching 80 episodes of this show. And I guess if you want to hear me continue to get angry about this show, stick around for more reasons to watch this after the spoiler alert. Okay, this is your spoiler alert. After this, I'm going to be covering some stuff that might ruin first time watching the first series of this for you. Probably won't. But anyway, I'm likely to continue to get annoyed about it. So if that sounds like something you'd like to watch, then stick around. Of course, bail if you don't want to. But yeah, if you want to see me continue to get annoyed, here are some more reasons for you to consider checking out the TV series of The Dead Zone. Right, let's get into this. Differences from the book. Big difference. Johnny and Sarah in this have a kid. Like, Sarah was pregnant when Johnny got in his coma. No, the whole point of their relationship is that they didn't screw. They were saving themselves. No, that's just wrong. Right, Walt Bannerman. Presumably... Floyd, go away, rat. Right, Walt Bannerman. Presumably a mashup of Walt Hazlitt, the character in the book that Sarah marries, and Sheriff George Bannerman from Castle Rock, who we all know and love. Like, why bother merging? I mean, fine, have Sarah marry the sheriff. That doesn't bother me. But why merge those character names? To make a really bad character name? Like, just pick one of them. Also, we don't get Johnny's really kind and likeable dad in this. His mum's already died by suicide, and she'd sort of left some charities, some church-based foundations, and they were all ran by this guy called Reverend Gene Purdy, who was in a relationship with Johnny's mum or something. And to be honest, by this point, I just don't care. However, one character I am looking forward to meeting when I get into season 4 is Alex Sinclair, a female psychic who discovers her own dead zone after getting stung by bees, which kind of sounds actually pretty hilarious. And she teams up with Johnny for a case, and they try and make it look like her and Johnny have maybe got feelings for each other and are going to get together and have loads of freaky psychic sex, or so I assume. So yeah, I've got that to look forward to. Ooh. Now normally I would pick out some favourite moments. Instead, I'm going to pick out some really disappointing moments from season 1. 2 episodes in particular stand out. First of all, episode 10, where Johnny goes to this town and ends up being tried as a witch and nearly gets burnt alive. Sure. Second, it's episode 12, I think. So Johnny is investigating a meteor. Sure. And he gets trapped in a cave. Okay. And he ends up conversing with a Native American shaman from 100 years or so ago in the past and solving the mystery. Of course he does. Worst fucking 45 minutes of TV I've watched in a long time. I only slightly wanted to stab pencils into my eyes. However, one genuine highlight. There's the episode where Dana and Johnny finally have a date and hook up, and they go to the bedroom, they try to start having sex, and everybody Johnny knows is suddenly in the room.
I was too aggressive, wasn't I?
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
Honey, I can't find my toothbrush.
What are you doing here?
You're right. This was a mistake.
Yeah. Perhaps that's where Midsommar got the idea from. That's my favourite line. Nope. It all sucks. So, connections to other King properties. Well, Nicole DeBoer pops up in Haven, which is another King made-for-TV series that I've got the joy of looking forward to and haven't watched yet. So, fingers crossed for that. As for King Easter eggs, were there any? Possibly. Did I go back and hunt them down? Did I fuck? Lastly, no. Just no. So there we go, 19 reasons for you to consider watching the Dead Zone TV series and then realising that frankly you should just move on with your life and do better things. Trust me, you'll thank me for that. Thank you for watching this video. Check out the links in the description to all the other stuff I do. Appreciate this one's been a bit of a downer. So what have we got next? Well, we've got the prequel to Rose Red, so great. I mean, we'll be done with the noughts soon, right? Right?